Hey guys, it's Chris. So, Alterac Valley's been out for less than 2 days by this recording, and what an interesting 2 days it's been. The difference it's made to World PvP is amazing. I was on one of the few Alliance-dominated PvP servers. I think it's even the only Alliance-dominated PvP server in EU. At least English-speaking. And people were just commenting all the time like, oh my god, I see people questing in Western Plaguelands. I see people questing in Blasted Lands. I was doing this quest and 4 Alliance just rode past me and didn't even gank me. What a difference it makes. The world kind of feels open again, and all the honor farming is done inside Alterac Valley and Warsong Gulch. And mostly Alterac Valley, which we're going to talk about today. I also wanted to add, I went to Molten Core with a guild last night, and everyone was able to zone in on the first try. Usually we die about 10 times plus, even going as a full raid between Kargath and Molten Core. The last couple of times being just below the chain and just by the NPC that teleports you in. And it was shocking, for lack of a better word, last night that there were no gankers, there were no full raids just waiting inside the doors. There were no multiple sapper charges every 5 yards. It was just go in and we could play. So, Alterac Valley is out. I've already seen 3 different metas going on, and it's kind of crazy. So, my first game, people said, rush the boss, rush the boss, rush the boss. And I'm like, can we do that? I've never seen that done. I mean, it's my first Alterac Valley in Classic. But people are so much more geared now than they were back in Vanilla. And the coordination, I guess, is a bit better now. So the first couple of hours was all about 7-minute runs. Roughly 7 minutes. And you had I would say about a 50-50 shot of winning or losing. I was several times we lost with like 10% left on Vandar, I believe the dwarf is named. The alliance boss at the end. And that's fine. I kind of like these quick runs, but a lot of people in my guild and in the chat were a bit frustrated that they didn't really get the PvP experience they wanted. They wanted these big battles, and instead it was this basically PvE. You just ran past each other and see who could do the most damage first. So the second meta came out. It's about 7-minute losses. The Horde lost almost every single time. On purpose. Because what people figured out is if you go kill Belinda, you go kill the elites, you follow this very simple path, you get a ton of honor, and you still get pretty decent rep. And rep is what I care more about than honor per se. But so, and the rep is pretty much guaranteed, whereas the win-loss, it's not guaranteed. So I've seen this in US servers as well, where the Horde were just pulling these tactics where they're getting like 3,000 honor in 7 minutes. You just get so much honor and you get a decent amount of rep as well, and you just plow through it. And the BG would end and the Alliance would win it. And they would get 900 honor, and the Horde would get 3,000, 3,500 honor. And it was kind of insane. I mean, a part of me always wants to win. So you just look at it like, did we win? Did we lose? It's kind of hard to tell. We got all this extra stuff they didn't get, but it says Alliance won. It's already into the 3rd meta now, by the time I'm recording this, which is the Alliance are doing the same thing. So now the games take a little bit longer, I would say about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. And it's back to about a 50-50 shot. But both sides are getting all the bonus honor. So it's like 3,000 honor on each side and all the extra rep and stuff. But you have a decent shot of winning. So it's interesting to see how it's evolved so quickly over just 2 days. And I'm very curious to see what's going to be the 4th meta. I think, and this is pure speculation here, but I think once the heavy tanks get their exalted reputation, once people start getting their exalted rep, we're going to see more and more defense coming in, and we're going to see more turtling and more people playing either for the honor or for the kills, or just for the fun. I suspect there'll be a new meta coming out. I think if you had like just 5 people defending properly, maybe with some sniper charges, some stealthers, just killing the healers when they're on the boss, that sort of thing, like that could cause a raid wipe on the opposite faction. And I suspect that might be what's happening in the 4th meta. So you have a huge push forward and then a small defense can negate their entire huge push, and that might start happening on both sides. So the longest Alterac Valley I was in so far was about 27 minutes. And it took that long because the Horde didn't have a proper tank, and I suspect the Alliance didn't either. So neither side could really kill the boss with this rush tactics. So you had to go back and cap the bunkers and that sort of thing. It was really fun. But at the same time, the task-oriented person in me wants these like quick games, instant reward. It's very hard to get emotionally invested in a BG when it's that quick, and when the difference between winning and losing is so small. In fact, you may be winning when you're losing, which is the weird game we're in right now. So I suspect that's going to lead to a lot of people kind of just semi-grinding it. I've done that myself, where it's like, oh, I'm in this work call, but I'm also in Alterac Valley. Also, I'm playing like crap because I'm not really paying attention. And I haven't seen much AFK farming yet. I've seen some people who are, not paying very good attention while guarding a flag. But I haven't seen like the AFKers in the cave at the start and that sort of thing yet. I suspect we'll get more and more AFK farming a rep in Alterac Valley soon. They have the reporting function, but I think you could probably go into the middle of the map somewhere and fake it. It seems extremely quick to get the rep up with these quick games, and I'll probably try to grind some rep up these next couple of days. I don't have that much time to play, unfortunately, and I still need to do other stuff, so it's going to be interesting. I think I'll be sick of Alterac Valley by the time I get exalted, and then I might start doing Warsong Gulch, which is, in my opinion, more fun, because in a 40-man Alterac Valley, the difference you as an individual make is very small. I mean, the difference between you playing at 100% and you playing at 80%, it's not going to make that big a difference. Whereas in a Warsong Gulch, you being a second slow on that feral charge or that shapeshift might make the difference between getting away with flag and dying and winning and losing. So there's some other interesting things coming out. The Win 1 Alterac Valley quest gives a really good weapon. I was a bit disappointed, but then I realized, well, I have the Aura Stone Hammer from Molten Core, so I can't really expect to get an upgrade from Alterac Valley that easily. On my mage, who's not even 60 yet, I did go in a couple just to get the wand, which was really good. It doubled my wand DPS. Some warriors have apparently taken to doing the armor scraps quest. Anyone can do this, but since especially tank warriors and I think warriors in general have a hard time gold grinding in the game compared to other classes, those are the ones who seem to do it, where you just do the repeatable quests inside the BG, and I think you get like 3.5 gold each time, which is not a lot of gold like compared to a mage farming lashers or Farak or something, but apparently a lot of warriors think that's really good gold. Plus you get the rep from Orgrimmar and other stuff like that. So just an interesting side note of something that happens in there. And then one last thing is I kind of forgot how toxic players are. It's been really nice on a role-playing PvP server. People are very friendly. Like, people care about their reputation. There's some weirdos, there's been the occasional rude person, but if you're bad in a dungeon, people mostly just don't group with you again, but they're not extremely rude. I think it's partly the role-playing server is a bit kinder and gentler. Being in these mixed BGs, like, I don't think I've seen a single one that hasn't used words that might get me tossed off of YouTube or get my account on Facebook banned if I repeat them there. It's a lot of bad words. There's a lot of, oh, you didn't know this one thing. Like for now, for instance, Horde is not capturing Stonehearth Graveyard. And obviously it's day 2. A lot of people aren't going to know that. So some people are gonna do it anyways, and oh my god, the abuse they get. The verbal abuse they get for capturing what used to be an obvious place to capture. It's something I didn't like about retail was the toxic player base, especially when you do like pugs and mythic dungeons and stuff like that. So that's kind of coming back here. But I mean, obviously I tune it out and stuff like that. But just seeing bad and toxic players, and I don't mind bad and friendly players, but bad and toxic players kind of get on my nerves a bit. But it will be interesting to see how it develops. The people who are a bit disappointed that the games don't take longer, I think you just need to be a bit patient. And once people are getting their exalted rep and don't care about the rep farm as much, it's gonna start being more actual fights and the long battles that some people have been hoping to see. What do you guys think is gonna be the next meta? Please let me know in the comments. Does this reflect your experiences in Alterac Valley? Let me know as well. Please drop a like on the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.